Imagine 2 billion Singapore dollars in surplus funds being transferred without any conditions, no regulations on how the money is used, no safeguards to protect its original purpose. Well, that's exactly what happened when Minister Edwin Tong approved NTUC Income's corporatization back in 2022. But why were there no strings attached to such a massive sum? Could this oversight have paved the way for the controversial Allianz deal that was halted just this year? Let's dive deep into this developing story and uncover the details together. From a report by Terry Xu from the Online Citizen, it was reported that in 2022, NTUC Income, a well-known cooperative providing affordable insurance services, transitioned into a corporate entity, Income Insurance Limited. The corporatization was intended to help the company gain access to more capital, making it more competitive in the insurance market. However, this decision came with a critical exemption that is now under heavy scrutiny. Minister Edwin Tong, who is also a senior counsel, approved an exemption from Section 88 of the Cooperative Societies Act. This exemption allowed NTUC Income's surplus funds, amounting to a whopping 2 billion Singapore dollars, to be transferred to the newly corporatized entity without any conditions or limitations on how it could be used. Fast forward to 2024, and the situation took a dramatic turn when a proposed acquisition deal between Allianz Europe BV and Income Insurance Limited surfaced. The deal involved a capital reduction plan where 1.85 billion Singapore dollars would have been returned to shareholders, raising questions about whether the surplus funds would be diverted from their original mission of supporting NTUC Income's social goals. This was the very money meant to ensure Income's growth and maintain its social objectives. So why did Minister Tong allow the funds to be moved without regulations? Was this a simple lapse in judgment, or was there more at play given NTUC's strong ties to the Singapore government? During a recent parliamentary session on 16 October 2024, Workers' Party MP He Ting Ryu directly challenged Minister Tong, asking whether any conditions were placed on the 2 billion Singapore dollar surplus when it was transferred. In response, Mr. Tong did not clarify if any restrictions were applied. This has sparked public concern, especially given Mr. Tong's legal background. Before his role in politics, Edwin Tong was a highly respected senior counsel known for his expertise in corporate disputes and arbitration. So, why didn't he foresee the need to impose strict conditions on how the funds should be used, especially considering NTUC Income's history of supporting underserved communities? To make matters even more perplexing, Minister Tong had justified the exemption by claiming that NTUC Income's social mission would remain intact, and the surplus was necessary to boost its capital base and financial stability. But the proposed Allianz deal exposed a significant flaw. A substantial portion of the surplus could have been used for shareholder returns, rather than furthering Income's social objectives. This whole situation raises several critical questions. Did the lack of regulation on the surplus create the very risk of capital extraction that led the government to intervene in the Allianz deal? Why were no conditions placed on such a massive sum of money? And does this incident reflect a larger issue of accountability when it comes to government-linked organizations and public funds? What do you think about this? Should the surplus have been protected with clear conditions to safeguard NTUC Income's social mission? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to 2230 for more in-depth coverage of important political and financial issues. Also, hit the notification bell to stay updated. Now, here's something for you to ponder. Do you think the exemption was granted due to NTUC's strong links to the government, or was it simply a failure in legal oversight by Minister Tong?